Um, I'm getting dressed. However, I have a thought, right? So I was thinking about something this morning. I hope don't nobody call my phone. Oh my God. Okay. Relationships built on logic are, I don't know what made me think about this, but this thing came to my mind, this thought formed about relationships built on logic, forcing love to become part of the encounter as opposed to love being part of the original makeup and then logically putting the pieces together, which is better. The logic relationship is boxy to me, depending on the people. Um, it lacks fluid. It's a strain, and you put the relationship together like A, B, C. Like it's so annoying and boring. Like, uh, I need to put my lashes on because I look like a mutant right now with makeup on with no lashes. I think I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't I don't care. Um, I was just sitting here thinking about how boring it is to be in a logical relationship. Like logically, you should be with him because, um, you know, this is this and that is that, and your parents love this and they love that. But your parents aren't the ones sleeping with them at night. Your parents aren't the one having the babies. Your parents aren't the one coming and cleaning the house. Your parents aren't the one coming and cooking all of that. And then, even on a social level, people think that you're supposed to be with a certain person or a certain type of person, and they're not even making you happy because you're not even being yourself because you're allowing other people to think that they know what's best for you. And because you live in a state of mind where people think that they know what's best for you for so long, you start agreeing with them. You're not even exercising your real self. Like, what? And so they get to determine and pull the puppet strings on who you fall in love with, how you eat, how you sleep, how you shit, how you vacation, all that. Like, what? No. So while you have somebody in the background saying you were raised this way, you should be with this type of person, you should be with that type of person. Ask me how bored they are. I mean, how bored do they look to you? And all they doing is really trying to push what they're unhappy with or push their misery onto you so that y'all can have similar type of relationships, so to them that can look like fulfillment and to you it can feel like it happened for you finally. What? No. You should have a crazy ass. Okay, let me cool down. I get really adamant about this. Romeo and Juliet. Relationship full of juice. Juicy love. Okay? Your relationship, when you talk about love, it should be juicy. It shouldn't be nothing boring, stiff, dumb, ugly, corny about your connection with another person. You meet people and come in contact with them based on your energy. Okay? I'm trying to find my mascara. I'm getting the attitude because it was on this table and now all of a sudden it's grown feet. This is bullshit. I can't stand when I lose my stuff. I don't like it. Because then I end up going to the store and buying another one, and then when I get home with the one I bought, the one that I was looking for pop up. Ugh. I'm trying not to curse. Anyway, I need the mascara so I can put my lashes on. Because I can't be putting lashes on without mascara. It ain't even over there. Anyway. You meet people that match your energy space, okay? You meet certain people at a crossroad. You could be in a situation where you're in the middle of a breakup, right? You know what's best for you. You could meet somebody that is ideally what your energy desires, right? The conflict is you can't fully be with the person because you're one foot out the door with somebody else. You can't really, and neither can the person that you've encountered with make the determination of whether y'all cross paths is right or wrong. It's not wrong. It happened. It's supposed to happen. It's supposed to put you in front of what it is that you're saying you truly desire so you can make the choice to see what's the truth for you, what you truly want. And so You get in a situation where you're halfway out the door with one person because you're having issues, and then you meet who seems to be the ideal partner. What you have to determine is how you move with both situations. Number one, you have to be honest on both fronts. You have to be with the person that you're leaving and the person that you've encountered, if it goes that deep. And the reason I say that is because the one thing that should never be lost in translation is respect. Respect for the boundary, respect for the connection, and respect for the disconnection. Because I say it, and I say it 1,000 times. You can come to an understanding with the person and be an adult about it and say, we just don't get along like that anymore. I'm not going to say anything disrespectful to you, but we're in two different places now. And whatever we were supposed to live with each other, we've outgrown. And because we've outgrown that, now we both have to move forward. And I don't want it to be nasty. When people have nasty breakups, that's because they're selfish and they still want shit. And they're not self-fulfilled. And they're looking for you to still do whatever it is that they wanted you to do, because they've fallen in love with this idea of what you're supposed to be for them instead of what they're supposed to be for themselves. So the attachment grows from positive to severely negative. And then anything that doesn't happen with you that's positive, if the negative turns out, it's your fault, not theirs. Not healthy. Anybody walking the face of this earth can have a healthy detachment when you grow up. You got to fucking grow up. Come on, Chi-Chi. It's not even nobody at the door. Listen. Chi-Chi. I was supposed to get boxes delivered today, but she done made me lose my damn train of thought. She like this big. Anytime she hears somebody, it's a whole fiasco. People could be walking by, minding their business. If she sent somebody at the door, she's going off. This is what we have to deal with. I'm going to try to talk over her barking because I do not want to break away from this video or lose my thought. Chi-Chi! Can you chill out, please? Nobody's at the door. Anyway. So, then you go through these situations where you have people that can... okay, you get to the bitter part of the breakup. Okay, so then what they do is they try to outdo... they try to outdo what they had with you with somebody else. Like whatever y'all two shared and what you really desired to have, they try to recreate it with somebody else. It's never really the same. The contents of you moving into it is not even honest because you're still doing it out of bitterness of what you couldn't create with somebody else. You should never want to build a relationship built on that. You should never, ever, 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 ever want to build a relationship off that. That's some bullshit. You're just setting yourself up. Because then that one over time is just going to echo the ending of the last one that you had because... the pretense of how it started was based on you being mad at somebody else. It's like when she barks, it's piercing. And I forget what I was going to say. Let me put my eyeliner on. So, the best thing to do, right, is understanding the whole, your whole self, like your whole self as the whole, you know? You have to be like in this point of really, really wanting to just desire love and love is love is really a constant. It doesn't go anywhere. Just because you've broken up with the person doesn't mean that you've lost love. Love is not lost. It knows exactly where it is. Love is the map. How's it lost? It's not lost. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and we was joking around having this conversation, and he said, "Who gonna love me like me?" I said, "A lot of people can. A lot of people can." And he said, "Not likely." I said, "Oh shit! Now I know why we crossed paths. I got to teach you about love because you don't know what the fuck you talking about." First of all, you attract a lot of things, right? And you attract a lot of what you are, especially. And you'll attract the opposite from time to time just to make sure that you're staying your course. Everything that comes in your path is not to throw you off your course. It's to make sure that you stay on it. Even if you make a mistake, it's supposed to snap you back in the subjection of knowing that you're on the right path and you really don't need to veer this way too far. You need to just stay where you was at for you really mess yourself up. Sometimes it's that. So when you come into these situations where you encounter people that don't love you the way that you think you need to be loved, it's because you're not loving yourself the way that you need to be loved. You be walking around talking about some self-love is the most important thing, and you think that has to do with what you wear. That's called self-care. You think it has to do with the way you put your weave in, the way you do your makeup. That's called self-care. That's more physical. When you get into the realm of talking about self-love, that's the internal part. That's the drive that's inside of you that attracts people that are of that same likeness. You're not talking about the outward appearance. I was saying, you hear a lot of people talk about 3D, and then you hear them skip 4, and they talk about 5D. Well, 4D to me is a transitional state between 3 and 5. A lot of people don't elaborate on 4. It's the between stage. It's where the decisions are being made. It's where you're choosing. It's where you get to see 3 for what it is and 5 for what it is and what scares you and what pulls you closer and what you base your decision off of. That's what happens when you're in 4. 4 to me is limbo. You can have a successful limbo. You can have a failure type limbo. But limbo is limbo. Okay? That's where you're supposed to be making your choices. I need better lighting. I got 3 lights in here. I ain't turned not one on. And you know what? I ain't going to because I only need the light for what I'm doing right here, right now. Okay, so what happens is, all right, so you go through a situation with a person. That 3D relationship is messed up. The desire of your heart is what is being seeded or growing in spirit, right, which is 5. And then you cross somebody who carries all of that. Your job is to be honest with the person that you're breaking up with, like I was saying in the beginning, and the person that you're encountering. Now, I talked about breaking up with the person and how you can have a peaceful transition out of the relationship. When you're encountering a new person that comes with all the energy that you've been begging for, you need to respect that crossing. The one thing you don't ever want to do is you don't want to have deception come in, right? And ruin whatever the bond is that's being built. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be extremely strong. It's going to be stronger than the connection that you're even leaving. It's going to be way strong. Because it's evidence to show you that the things that you truly do desire as far as love is concerned is very attainable. So, if you are in a situation, you want to be honest about it. It's okay to let people know you're not where you don't know where you are right now. It's okay to let them know that you're, on a bad end of a relationship. You stuck between wanting to have real love, but not wanting to talk to somebody, but wanting to talk to somebody, but just wanting to feel a whole bunch of love and just not wanting to explain yourself and just them automatically trusting you. And I get all of it. But if you're not honest about any of it, it turns into bullshit real quick when the other person has to find out on their own that shit ain't the way that you're presenting it. So it leaves a line of deception. And we hate that D word around here. Deception is a curse word around here. Okay? You can't be with that. That's that bullshit. Deception is bullshit. And so you gotta come up from that. When you're encountering somebody and you want them to respect you, then you respect them by being honest. You get more out of being honest than you do deceiving, because when you're honest with somebody from the very beginning, then they know that they can trust you. They know regardless of whatever it is that y'all discuss, the basis of everything that you discuss comes from an honest place. Nothing is being omitted. Chi-Chi! It's not even our house. They're not even at our house. Nothing is being left out. It's not, because some people I can hear them saying right now, I'm going to explain myself to somebody I don't barely know. You kind of do. Because when you're asking for their time, or you're texting them, or you're calling them, you're asking them to break away from what they perceive as normal to spend time with you. And don't nobody really want to spend time in no bullshit bubble. I don't care if it's a text. I don't give a shit if it's a 4-page letter you wrote. I don't care if it's a phone call. I don't care if it's y'all meeting at a party and y'all talking for 10 minutes. Whatever you talk about within that 10 minutes, you need to be honest about. But if you feel it going further past 10 minutes and you know that there's a heightened connection, you already know what it's hitting for. And you should really be more vocal about what it is, just so that you have everything set in place so you don't look stupid and you don't make the other person feel stupid. Fuck out of here. It's 2018 and y'all still doing this stupid shit because y'all think y'all can get away with everything under the sun. It's stupid. It's done. See it all the time. Why? What do you have to gain from somebody walking around knowing that you're deceptive? I don't care if you have 10 people that be like, oh yeah, they cool people, I know them. If you got that one that know you full of shit, then that's bad. Because if you're going to be honest and you're going to be you, then you should be able to be you full circle without even having to look over your shoulder to say, oh, they going to say this about me, or oh, they going to say that about me. Be fucking honest. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I wish the lighting was better, because from this angle, I look like I'm really not doing anything to my face, and it looked like my eyebrows was too big to me. Kinda. But then when you look at it from this angle, it's like, you put on some makeup today. Y'all get the point that I'm trying to make. I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again. I don't feel like it. I need my bronzer. Yeah. Healthy boundaries always need to be present. Now I hear the mailman that time, but she really don't need to be looking so shiny. Hey, ooh, girl. Chi-Chi. 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 I don't know who else posted a video trying to speak about life-changing things and got a dog barking in the background. I'm sorry, but I'm not editing this. Okay? I'm not doing it. It's too much. You just gonna have to deal with her barking. That's it. I deal with her barking. You only gotta watch the video for 20 minutes or so. If it's that long, you can deal with it. You'll be all right. But yeah. That light in that way ain't no good. I mean, literally, it looked like nothing over there. That's it. That's my relationship Guru advice for Saturday. And that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I got. That's it. About to put my lashes on. I'm getting uncomfortable and not being able to find my mascara. It's really making me a little aggravated. I don't like it. It's not in this box. It's not there. It's not over there. It's not. I don't know where the shit is at. You see all that laundry and them laundry bags in the background? I gotta fold all that into the laundromat. It's always a ton of things to do. And I still got more stuff to do. But instead of lingering on and talking about a whole bunch of other things that go on with me daily that y'all may not want to hear, I'm just gonna end this video here. I'm probably going to continue it in another video because I think I got distracted from what the hell I was talking about, and I need to go back and listen to it again. So hopefully whatever I said with y'all made sense as far as relationships, because as worth it as most of y'all think it might be to lie, withhold, or emit. I said that completely backwards. Lie, withhold, and omit information. It's just as worth it sometimes to tell the truth. It's less to remember when you're honest. It's less annoying. Way less annoying. And you just, you give yourself the complete and total space to just be you. And who doesn't want that? You know? Those who are meant to deal with you and those that you attract to your space are the ones that are supposed to be there, and it's for a reason. You figure out the reason, you know, you grow from that space, and then you move forward and hope that people will be on the same plane or playing field as you. And then you won't have to deal with so much shit. Because don't nobody like to deal with the shit. I gotta go though. I'll talk to y'all.